Let's make this 3D floating UI animation in After Effects. First of all, let's start by importing the video and the images we'll be using. Then, drag your first video onto the composition icon. This will automatically create a new comp with the exact same video settings. At the beginning, we need to do some motion tracking for the video, because the hand has a bit of natural movement and shaking. If you don't see the tracker panel, open it from the window menu, then choose Tracker. Click on Track Motion. Place the track point over the hand and hit this button to analyze forward. Once the tracking is finished, create a null object and apply the motion to it. Just click Apply, then OK. Now we're going to make a new composition. You can choose any dimensions you like. I'm just using these ones. Then, drag your first image into the timeline and scale it until it fits nicely inside the composition. To give the composition rounded corners, create a shape layer with a fill only. Next, go to Contents, Rectangle Path, and adjust the roundness value. Now, set the image's track matte to the shape layer. Next, we'll duplicate this composition depending on how many images you have. I'm making 6 copies here. Open Comp 2, select both layers, then drag the new image into the timeline while holding Alt to replace it. Repeat the same step for all the other images. Now we're going to bring all the comps into the main timeline and make some adjustments to match the video. We'll do that by creating another null object. Make all the compositions and the null object 3D. Then change the null's position by adjusting the z-axis value. Now, link Comp 1 to the null object and rotate the null on the y-axis, around 60 degrees. Repeat the same step for the rest of the comps. Parent each one and rotate it by 60 degrees. Now let's scale them down a little. You can do it from the null object or from each comp, just to leave some space between them. Nice. Next, parent null object 2 to null object 1, so the movement stays consistent, especially with the hand's natural shake. To add that glowing effect around the images, duplicate the composition and rename it something like Glow. Remove the image, switch the shape layer from fill to stroke, and duplicate it 6 times. Drag them into the timeline and make them 3D. To adjust their size and make them match the compositions, select the glow layer, for example, and parent it to Composition 1 while holding the Shift key. And do the same for the others. Now, add the glow effect and tweak the settings until it looks the way you like. Then duplicate it, and don't forget to copy the same glow effect to the other glow compositions. Now let's make the main animation by rotating Null 2, choosing the right moments for movement. At the very beginning, there should be an appearing motion. We'll animate that using scale and position. Make them easy ease and start the rotation. When the finger touches the watch, set the first keyframe, and when it lifts off, set the ending keyframe. Do the same for the rest. After you finish, don't forget to hit F9 for easy ease, and adjust the speed graph the same way I do here. Looks good. You can also adjust the position and rotation if needed. Now, let's add the CC light rays effect and apply it to an adjustment layer. Then you can change the position, intensity, and the rest of the settings as you wish. But there's a problem. The effect's position doesn't match the hand movement or natural shaking. So here's what we'll do. Hold down Alt and click on the stopwatch to open the expression field. We'll link it to null 1's position. Then go to the Effects panel, search for Point Controller, and apply it to the adjustment layer. Open the expression field again, type plus, and link it to the Point Controller. The effect will disappear, so we need to reset the position values to 0 for it to reappear. Then move and adjust it to the desired spot. And we're done! You can also enable motion blur on the layers if you want. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more tutorials like this.